Malta, and we are heading towards Mosta. Oh, do you know where you're going?
Medina.
No, we're not yet. We're going to go to Mosta Church first, which I'm probably not pronouncing correctly, and that's where it was a church where a bomb actually landed through the roof during the World War II, and it didn't go off, and it's called a miracle. Yeah, Mosta. And I'm also trying to do directions at the same time. And then after that we're going to Medina, and we've got 2 boys in the back. We've remembered to bring them.
So, been looking for parking. Not many places to park around here. There's garages like everywhere. So, not a great deal of parking space. Every house seems to have a garage because of the lack of parking space, I guess. And there's many tow away signs. And also lots of double yellows. Because the roads are small and the garage on the other side of the road has to have enough space for someone to get out, so there's double yellows on the other side of the road to the garage, which is interesting. But if you keep looking around, you can find something.
Charge out of them, they don't pay.
There was enough information to understand what had happened. Okay, so the church was good. I just got wet there. The church was good. It's huge. I didn't realise how big it was. There was like little videos along the way to tell us about certain things, which was nice. So that was good. And I think the bomb shelter was really good as well. And they had things up in English and other languages, so you were able to learn a bit more about the war and what happened in this city, village. I don't know what this is. Village or city?
I'm not too sure actually.
But I have to say, there's a pole there. I have to say this church is huge compared to anything around it. It's like
it's absolutely. I mean, look at the size of the buildings there compared. But it was very informative. A lot of history there as well.
Yeah, let's just hope we haven't been towed.
Yes, so we go back to find the car now. And the car's still there. Currently trying to navigate our way around the streets of Medina. Because the roads are really tiny, so I didn't even park. We found a park. So we've got to try and find our way back to where we were supposed to go now.
How much are they? It's brilliant. Can I pay card or does it have cash?
We haven't set up the machine yet.
No worries. What time is the tour, or is it just when
We'll call you anyway when it's
Okay.
going to start.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Catacombs are underground cemeteries which are dug in the limestone, and they date back to the 2nd and 3rd century AD. And there were hundreds of tombs of different shapes were found there. There were small graves for babies, and there were other graves for grown-ups. This finished from St. Agatha's Catacomb. We're not allowed to take any photos or videos there, so it was really interesting though, so we're doing the video now while we remember everything. What did you enjoy?
The graves.
Yeah, I guess the word enjoy is probably not the best words to it. It was fascinating.
My favourite was bones.
Yeah, so
Yeah, real bones.
we had a tour, so there was a gentleman, I didn't actually catch his name, he was very good and he was able to inform us about what it was all about. So the actual catacombs were the first part of that was made, and that's where everyone used to be buried. And there were, like, it depended how much money you had. So if you were very rich, you'd have your grave, it was kind of in the middle of the room. If you were a normal middle class, I guess, then you would be in the wall. If you're poor, then you'd be on the floor.
But I even liked it because I didn't have to knee down because it was just like the white height. I didn't feel
it was quite short, so you had to be careful of your head. And also the graves were all in family, so there was sometimes you'd see like 2 adult graves, and then in the walls would be smaller ones where the children were buried. And apparently after 5 years they clear them out and they reuse them, so for other family members. But I was really proud of you for asking questions. It's awesome. It's what you need to do. But yeah, so that was a quick lowdown on St. Agatha's Catacomb. So we've got St. Paul's to go to now. So these tombs are in the middle of the room, so these people who would have been buried here, or entombed here, they were rich people. There's like, this is for 3 people that they died at different times, so that's why there's like little bits of walls in between. But sometimes you will actually see ones in which they are just one big like hole, and that's when those people died at the same time.
Yeah.
So these would be where the middle class people were buried, so they're on the wall, but they're not at ground level. So yeah, you'll see this is a family, because they're all together.
Wow. Big fat, yeah.
That's a big family.
Now entering the Christian Vatican. Catacombs are spaced out over the whole area. There's quite a vast area at the moment, as you can see. You got here and here, here, here.
there's apparently a ritual pavilion. Okay. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about this. So for the pagan ceremony, when the Roman pagan was about to die, the closest relatives would be called around the deathbed. Once they were dead, the deceased was given a farewell kiss and his eyes were closed. Before burial, the body was washed and dressed in the best robes, or the robe that showed his highest rank in life. He would then be placed in a coffin. A wax cast, so wax from, you know, like what you get from a candle, of the deceased face was taken, especially if he was rich and famous. These masks were usually kept in the most important part of the house as testimony of their important event. So they'd just be hanging around on the wall or something.
I guess that's this, yeah.
Yeah. And then a coin was sometimes put in the mouth of the deceased. This was supposed to pay the ferryman who transported the dead across the river, believed to form the boundary between Earth and the underworld, called Hades.
So that was the Catacombs. I think we managed to see most of the Catacombs.
I would really wake up. I would really recommend doing St. Agatha's first, because you get an actual guide and he's really knowledgeable, so you kind of understand what it's all about, and then come here. Up here is amazing. There's so many.
They seem to be quite close to each other, and it's hard to believe that they don't actually link up.
That's what I know.
Although that being said, as you can see on some of the signs, they do represent different religions apparently: pagan, Jewish.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was good. The boys, you guys enjoyed this.